Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to GPLP minus G, but with extra P, which is better, I guess. But anyway, so what I'm thinking about doing is instead of, so I'm gonna, as we said in the Twitch or in the Twitter update, I'm gonna be playing some Creeper World 3 again, and I have a special surprise for that, or special thing for that, because I talked to Virgil, the creator of Creeper World 3, and he sent me over some download codes for Creeper World, the entire, like the Creeper World 2, 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to be giving those away, which is pretty sweet. I got my own giveaway. So, but first, what I'm going to do is I am going to, because Graham and Kathleen aren't doing too well today, we didn't do checkpoint, because otherwise checkpoint wouldn't be that good, because they're usually the ones who are actually doing the checking of the points. But we didn't know that they were going to be sick, and so I did all the actual research and the stuff they normally do for checkpoint. So I set up, I marked stories and looked at stories that I thought were funny in video game news, and so I was thinking it could be fun to start with. Here is I talk about some things that were silly this week in video game news, and stuff that probably would have been turned into checkpoint stories if we had been doing checkpoint, which we didn't. Sorry about that. So actually, I'm gonna switch to the other camera so that I can see the chat a little better. So just one sec. Here we go at the main camera, except it's got Creeper World there in the background. I'm just going to put that away, and I am going to make me huge, make my creature grow when the creature is me. Hey dudes. Now I'm on a black void, I guess, instead of the other thing, but I can actually probably even fix that. I can be on green void, which I don't know if that's better, but there we are. There we go. So this is actually what it looks like in here right now. So anyway, let's talk about stupid stuff that was in the news, or silly things that were in video game news this week. So the first one, I love this. So there's all the different the simulator games that are like these trying to be super accurate. Like there's the train simulator, got really big for a while, and different stuff like that. And so there's one that has been around for a little bit called Warehouse and Logistics Simulator, which, as you might imagine, is a whole barrel of monkeys fun. It would probably teach you how to warehouse a barrel of monkeys. Anyway, supposedly it is a very accurate warehouse and logistics simulator, which I guess is something that some people enjoy. I haven't personally tried it. But one thing that's really awesome is that they came up with an update. Apparently the whole warehouse and logistics market wasn't as big as they were hoping, so they've come up with an update that adds zombies to it, because that's the sure way to make it more attractive to people. So there's now warehouse and logistics simulator with the Hell's Warehouse expansion, which adds zombies, except you still have like your forklift and all your warehousing equipment, so you can drive around the warehouse and break things and zombies and destroy them, which I think is pretty awesome. Like, imagine if all like the like train simulator had added like, you know, zombies or monsters to it, especially if they did it without telling anybody. Like, it was just this like hyper realistic simulator, and then they just decided to randomly add big monsters to it. I think that would be sweet. Anyway, other stories we got going on. You might have heard about this, that if you have a DS or a Wii and you're playing it online, I don't know who you are, because of the stupid friend codes and stuff, the DS and Wii never really took off online. But anyway, if you are playing a internet, you know, web or an online game on your DS and Wii, you won't be soon, because Nintendo is turning off their original DS and Wii online servers, because apparently not enough people were playing with them, which is probably their own fault, because the aforementioned friend codes and how Nintendo's online strategy kind of worked was it didn't. So it's not that surprising that it's apparently not being used by very many people. So yeah, I think like obviously like Smash Brothers and stuff will still be able to be played locally, and I guess there's you can all the stuff for the Wii U obviously still works, but yeah, pretty sucky. We got Starbreeze, which is the company that made Payday 2, or is the company that published Payday 2. They actually bought the company that made Payday 2 before they made Payday 2. But anyway, so Payday 2 is a great game, and not only is it a great game, but it's been doing really well for them, because so they released this information that Starbreeze was founded in 92, I believe, or 98, sorry. It was founded in 98, and from 98 until June 2013, their total net profit was minus $15 million. So they had lost $15 million in that time. So they weren't doing really well. In the 6 months since June 2013, they have made $15 million. They have equaled out all 15 years worth of losing money in 6 months, which seems pretty good for, yeah. So good for them, and successfully making, keeping at it, I guess, is really what's really impressive. And then getting Payday 2 finally hitting, I guess, the payday. I'm sure that would have been the name of the story, Payday 2 hits a payday or something like that. Anyway, it has been confirmed that Tony Hawk's game is actually going to be a skateboarding game. We talked about that on a previous checkpoint. So I just want to reassure everybody that Tony Hawk's game will in fact be a skateboarding game. However, it will be a mobile game, which is pretty cool, actually. Because if you've ever played like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater mobile games, they were a little bit questionable. So it's cool. They're actually going to make like a mobile first one. Apparently it's going to be like for tablets and stuff. So it's going to have like swiping controls and things. So this is one of those ridiculous stories that we have to, that it's perfect for checkpoint, but we almost don't have anything funny to say about it because just saying the story is enough. But apparently this is true, that and this was, and it was spoiled by or it was leaked, quote unquote leaked by Notch, that they're in talks with Warner Brothers to do a Minecraft movie. Now, I think, like, when you think about that, I mean, obviously it sounds silly, but considering that the Lego movie, I think it's actually partially because the Lego movie has been so ridiculously successful. And when you think about, you know, they made a movie out of Pirates of the Caribbean ride that was really great. Made a movie out of Battleship, which obviously wasn't very good, but they still made a movie out of it. So they don't really need much to make a movie. And there's a lot of stuff that you could do about, in a lot of stories that happen in Minecraft. If you could look at our live stream that we did as a group a little while ago, which is a good indication of the kind of silly things that can happen in Minecraft, or James's stream where he's making giant castles and things. So cool things can happen in Minecraft. So I can see a story, but we have to make fun of it. I mean, really. Like, you have to make fun of that, really? Like a Minecraft movie? Also, and I believe, yeah, it's just, I'm hoping it'll be live action for some reason. I think that will be great. That would make it even better. I don't know if it will be or not. If they actually do make it like CG and make it all blocky, that could also be kind of cool. But if it was live action, but everything else was blocky, that would be sweet. BioShock Infinite is the new update for BioShock Infinite. The next piece of DLC is called Burial at Sea Episode 2. So it's a sequel to the previous DLC. But what they're going to do, it has what they're calling 1998 mode, which 1998 mode is apparently a reference to the original Thief, which came out in 1998, which is particularly timely as the new Thief game just came out. And it's where you have to do the entire thing without killing, all stealthy. So it's playing BioShock Infinite, where it has to be entirely non-lethal. Which, I mean, the original non-DLC, like just straight up BioShock Infinite, at least for me, was not non-lethal. I think it could be called extremely lethal. It's called 1998 mode, apparently. All right. As another update to a previous story, we talked about that Microsoft has had the Zoo Tycoon thing where they were donating money to different animal-related charities based on what people voted for. And the winner of that, which I'm sure Kathleen would not be surprised by, is the tigers. So Sumatran tigers will be the first species to benefit from a partnership between Microsoft and the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. They will donate $10,000 to charity every time the players of Zoo Tycoon have complete a community challenge. So they have to all get together and complete this challenge, and if they do, they will get they will donate $10,000 to help Sumatran tigers, which is pretty great. Now, now relevant to where we are right now, I'm sure you all know that Twitch Plays Pokemon ended on the weekend, which is pretty impressive as it is. And there's a great post here that has all the all the stats. They released all the stats for all the things that were involved in it. So it took 16 days, 7 hours, 45 minutes, and 30 seconds to play to beat the Pokemon game, which doesn't sound that bad if you were just playing it by yourself, but when you consider that was like 24 hours a day, that's a lot. There was, at its peak, 121,000 players playing it. 122 million commands were issued. More than 36 36 million viewers, and more than 1 billion minutes watched of people playing Pokemon badly. So that's something that we can all celebrate as a culture, I guess. As some people in the forum mentioned, they've actually started again. They've started a new Twitch Plays Pokemon, except using Pokemon Crystal now. So they're just doing it again. 1 billion minutes. No, more than 1 billion minutes watched. Okay, this is awesome. The South Park game, the South Park, the Order of the Stick, or not Order of the Stick of Truth. Sorry, not the Order of the Stick. That's the comic, but the Stick of Truth has, as you might imagine, because it's South Park, some rather, I would say adult scenes, but they're not really adult scenes. Rather offensive scenes that are deemed offensive to some people, and so it's been censored in large parts of the world, including Europe and Australia and different places. They have had to censor certain scenes, but how they censored them is rather than just like replacing them with a different scene or removing the scene entirely or something like that, they've replaced it with a like thing basically saying like the scene that is supposed to be here was censored, and then they give you a description of what actually went there. So for instance, here's one, this is the example that was given for a scene that's censored in Europe, and instead of seeing the scene that you're supposed to see, what you see is this thing of a European flag and a crying statue of David, and it says, "You lose again, Europe. This scene where you try to disable the force field around Randy, but instead accidentally force the probing machine next to him to probe his ass with violent force, is not meant for your eyes. Randy, in obvious rectal pain, urges you to proceed onwards." Which, in some ways, I can imagine being almost more evocative than what actually would be shown to you in the little, construction paper cutouts that is South Park. Wow. Thank you for doing that calculation, A169. 1 billion minutes is over 1,900 cumulative years of watching people play Pokemon badly. Yeah, sorry, not European flag, EU flag, with the blue with the gold stars. And they did, there's something similar for Australia, but instead of a crying statue of David, there's a crying koala, I think. Which I think I like that way of getting around, not getting around censorship, but dealing with censorship, is just describing it. All right, and so the last thing we have here is Ultra Street Fighter 4. So Ultra Street Fighter 4 is obviously one of the many variations in Street Fighter 4. There was Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012, yada yada yada. So, but the new one, the Ultra Street Fighter 4, has a mode. It's going to have a mode called Edition Select, where you can play as the version of whatever character you're playing as from previous Street Fighter 4 games. So, for instance, you can play like, Chun-Li as the Chun-Li from Street Fighter 4 or the Chun-Li from Super Street Fighter 4 or whatever, because between each game, every character has been given different balance tweaks, right? From what I understand, I'm not a really big Street Fighter player, but from what I understand, in like the more recent Street Fighter 4, Sagat got really nerfed and stuff. So you can play with good Sagat, or you can play with, the people. You can play like the, nerfed version of a character versus the new version of the character, or you can play the original version of the character and see how the strategies have changed throughout time and stuff. So apparently the thing they're really excited about is that, or the thing they're talking about that's really interesting is whether, whether the sort of ideas people have figured out for the new characters are, or for characters that they have in Street Fighter, in the, the level of play that people are doing in the newer version of Street Fighter 4, whether those same players could have been doing just as well in the original Street Fighter 4. Who knows? Apparently there have been lots of Street Fighter 4s. Anyway, so those are some of the things that we could have, maybe would have done for Checkpoint this time, but unfortunately we did not. But now that we've done that, I am going to play some Creeper World 3. Now, I originally intended to, after the last session, I was playing it around from the very beginning of Creeper World 3, and I wanted to, maybe play a little bit more off stream so that, and then so I could kind of move forward in the game so you guys could see some more advanced stuff. I got a chance to do that yet, and I wasn't really planning on, I hadn't actually planned on streaming today, so I haven't done that, so we'll just have to play it as it goes. And as I mentioned, the awesome Virgil, who's the main developer, or the main/only developer for Creeper World and all the successive Creeper World games, has given me a bunch of codes for Creeper World, for the whole pack, actually, for 1, 2, and 3. And so I'm going to be giving those out periodically over the course of this stream. And what I'm going to do is we've got a little thingamajiggy here that allows me to randomly choose somebody who's in the chat, and I'm just going to give them things. So you can, instead of doing it by subscribers and stuff, we'll have subscriber giveaways too. But for this one, I want to make sure that the people who receive it are people who are watching this stream, because those are people who are obviously interested in Creeper World. Because if you're not interested in Creeper World, there's no point in you having the game. One thing that's also really cool in Creeper World related news, I guess, is that the last time I was playing, they were on Steam Greenlight, trying to get onto the whole Steam thing. And since I played the last one, that has gone through. So Creeper World 3 has been greenlit. So that means that I believe it's not actually up yet, because making some changes to it so that it has the Steam achievements and stuff. So in the near future, that will be showing up on Steam. And this is, for those of you who don't know, Creeper World is available for Windows and Mac and Linux now too, so that's cool. All right, let me just turn the game back on. Let me turn my background off. Boing! Let me make myself not ridiculously huge. Doop. And I can kind of hang out in the corner here. Oops, that's just still a little bit big. And we can play some Creeper World. So I'm playing it in alright, move that around. Sorry about that noise there. Let me put on some headphones so I can actually hear the game, so I can hear if things blow up. And let me also turn up the audio on the game so you can hear the game. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. What about that one? Ooh. Alrighty. So, I can make this bigger vertically. So the reason why I'm playing in windowed mode, hopefully this will be about right. The reason why I'm playing in windowed mode is the problem we ran into last time I was playing Creeper World is that it's got some of the UI elements are right on the edges of the screen, and you can't see them if I play in non-windowed mode, and so alright, so and for those of you who don't know, Creeper World is basically like, it's kind of like a you know, if you didn't see me playing it previously, it's kind of like a combination RTS and it's kind of like a combination RTS and like tower defense game, I guess. Oh, I guess I should flip. Good point. Thank you. Thank you. Otherwise, I'm looking way in a weird spot. So much to do, so much to do. Can I do that? Oh, I'll just hang out on this side of the screen then. That's better. Alright. This side of the screen's better anyway. Sorry. Is the game too loud right now? Anyway. Let's see. So, this is where we left off last session, and see, I've actually already completed all the 3 worlds in this area. So, now, let's go back to the sector map here, and we can go to the next place. It kind of has this overview world that makes it kind of look like a makes it look a little bit like a space combat or a space like resource-y type game, but it isn't actually. Like, this is basically just like a level select screen, but it's just fancy. Alright, so if you remember from the previous thing, we've got our AI who talks to us and helps us out and tells us the history of the places that we go to, mostly which is horrible because the creeper has destroyed everything. Alright, so the deal here is we can go in any order here of these 3 planets, but then we have to do these we have to do these 3 before we can do these other 2 planets. So they have a system of like keys. There's like a key on the planet, and there's shields around the planet. So it basically just tells you the order that you have to do them in. All right, so I am going to. We got Ormos, we got Jojo, and we got Seedit. What do you think, guys? I like Jojo. How about Jojo? Let's do Jojo. Almost Jojo. All right, we'll start with Jojo. Now you may notice that Jojo is not doing very well. Had great mountains and vast oceans. Great mountains and vast oceans. All right, now this is where we meet the spore towers. So these guys are kind of buttholes. On a coincidence, the first world we encountered is spores. Is a technology to defend against spores. How strange. Alright, so we got an artifact right here, which is the beam tech, which allows you to, it's sort of a ground to air laser thing. And then all we have to do is, so we gotta take that and build it, because otherwise these spore towers, which you can see down here, are gonna send these spore cloud things to us that drop creeper right in the middle of our base. They're a huge pain in the butt. So I'm gonna place my command node here. That's my starting thing, and let's just go. And unpause. Build some stuff. So I'm building out my power base first here. Yay! I have beams now. You can see down here that the spore or the creeper towers take a while before they actually go online. Like they're at 15%. So I don't have to build my beam towers right away. It gives you a little bit of a chance to get kind of established. So with these are my collectors. You want to cover as much ground as you can. Now, what I can do here is I can use my relay to hop from one island to the other, and that way, even if creeper fills in this whole area, my connections won't get broken because they're actually on top. They're connected through the islands. So I'm just going to make lots of stuff here, letting the creeper get a little bit out of control, but it's okay. If you can get as much power as you can early on, then that's really going to help you a lot. I'm building a little too fast here. You can see my network goes red when you're building a little too fast. You can see right up at the top here, here's my energy usage versus production. And so if you go too much into the minuses, it's bad. We've got couple of mine spots here, so we can start generating anti-creeper, which you may have seen in the previous one, in the previous stream, which I'll probably show you in this as well. Alright, let's see about doing some damage here. I'm going to create a couple mortars. Just make sure the creeper doesn't come too close. Actually, I wonder if I can Can I bridge? Haha! Look at that. Alright, these guys look like these guys are almost about done building here, so I'm gonna build some beam turrets here to protect my stuff. So you can see beam turrets have quite a big range, but they do absolutely bupkis against creeper. They only destroy the spore towers, or the spores that come out of these spore towers. So I want to have some nice coverage here. So in order to get to any of my stuff, these the spores that come out of these guys are going to have to go through the fighting range, the fighting area of one of my towers. Let's get a gun there. Move him into there in a little more strategic spot. Alright, we're looking good here. I'm gonna be... You know what? I'm pretty sure I can keep the creeper back from over in the back here. So, alright, so you can see I just got a warning that spores are going to be coming in a minute. So, get ready to go. So you got to make sure that you are ready to deal with that, because spores can really ruin your day, because they'll like send a guy in. A spore will just come in and explode and leave a bunch of creeper, and it'll just like destroy a big chunk of your network and can really disconnect. You know, you can, because the problem is, of course, that everything has to be connected through your network here, right? So if a spore comes and destroys something, you know, destroys this guy, then everything over here is going to go offline, because I don't have anything powering it anymore. The bad. Alright, so I've got some nice ore here too, so I think I might make I think I'm gonna make a sprayer and see where we can get with that. See, lasers, boom. So my lasers, I had good laser coverage there, so I should be pretty safe here. The lasers are gonna be taking care of any creepers that come over. Let's alright. So now these beam turrets are doing their job. They're gonna be taking stuff out. So let's go on the offensive, by which I mean offensive to creeper. That's what we're gonna do. You know what? I am going to take advantage of this space back here, because I don't think the creeper's gonna make it back here. Oh, look at me overextending again. Yeah, it'll be okay. I'm making energy as I'm using it, so yeah, it's fine. I think I'm going to go in from the side here. Kind of a side move rather than doing a frontal assault, because then I can get this guy and I can get this guy. So spore towers, you still have to hit them with your nullifiers and they still create power points, but they don't actually make creeper themselves. So that can be quite useful, because if you take out like the creeper emitter right beside them, they're not actually making any more creeper themselves. So fire the lasers! Pow! You have to be a little bit careful. Like if you put, if one of these towers has too much, has a whole bunch of spores come at it, it can run out of energy before it actually gets a chance to, destroy all the towers that are coming, or all the spores that are coming. So you want to split it up a little bit sometimes, or give them support. already. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here, because I don't really care what's going on up top. All I know is it ain't killing me, and that's what's important. This guy ain't doing anything over here. He's way too far back. Get in there, man! I'm gonna move this guy up too, just in case. Alright, so we got our objective here, of course, is to get our nullifier within range. And I think I can do it. Oh, I'm so close. Darn it, I can't actually place it there. But I can place it there. But I need a collector in order to actually power that. You do indeed research, which I will probably get to show you at some point fairly soon. I have just not got to the researching part yet. Oh no. Apparently those were not ready. Let me get some more defense in here. Sometimes you have to experiment with where to place the nullifier, because nullifiers, as they're being built, if they just get touched, they explode. So they can be a little bit dangerous, or a little bit fragile. Oh, darn it. See that spore actually went off there, but luckily I had a dude right there that was dealing with it, but it could have been very bad. But he did destroy one thing, which was annoying. He destroyed my nullifier. Alright, try one more time. Actually, you know what? Alright. See, so look at that, so I'm building right across the creeper there. And I'm going to put another beam over here. Make sure I have good coverage on that. Alright, what are we doing up here? I'm going to build some more collectors. That's a good point. My goo maker ain't doing too much. Thank you. I believe the technical term is sprayer, not goo maker, but goo maker will suffice. Alrighty. Now we are in the business, as they say, because now we got a PowerPoint. And what do we do with the PowerPoint? We blow shit up. Watch this. Boom. So if you haven't seen this before, if you the PowerPoints are whatever you build onto a PowerPoint becomes very powerful. Now the problem here is this guy can't fire over this cliff right here. And so he's just wasting a lot of ammo firing right at the very edge of the cliff, but he can't get anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up near there so I can just clear that out, and I can also get I can also nullify this guy too. So I'll get another PowerPoint, and then we shall destroy. Move this guy over here. Do some serious damage. Alright, so there. So I'm going to move these guys up. I'm going to actually get some relays going on here. So relays, nice thing about relays is they speed up the packets that go across them. And just because we're getting a little bit farther away from my command node there, I want to make sure that my packets are still coming nice and fast. Alright, let's nullify that guy. I see Catherine 0852. I see that you have played this, and that is true. The sprayer on the PowerPoint is incredibly powerful, but you have to have enough ore to actually supply it, which and it has to be obviously in a useful spot, which I don't know if we are in a good position to do that right now. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is put this guy under the PowerPoint, because the mortars are very good in PowerPoints. Alright, there's one less spore tower to worry about. Let's keep pushing on this way. Pushing back, way back. Ooh, yeah, we got a nice little beachhead onto this area here. So going up like a mountain or a cliff like this can be quite difficult because your blasters can't fire to a higher level. Yeah, mortars on power nodes, they just get so nasty. This guy, it's annoying. That's actually a terrible place for a power node. I think I may just actually end up using that for energy. Seems kind of lame, but it actually can be quite good. So I'm just going to build a reactor on this power node. And I better collect that, connect that back up. So that'll just give me, normally a reactor gives me 0.5 energy, but if you build it on a power node, it gives you like 4 energy or something, which is very good. Alright, just slowly moving along there. No, it won't be for long. We got this covered, no worries. The only problem is finding a hole that can actually... Guy isn't actually being charged. Let's make sure he's got some stuff. And then nullifier. You shall be nullified. Unknown Gamer 88. I don't know if you are referring to Creeper World specifically, but Creeper World does let you do that. In fact, watch this. We can go Creeper color and anti-Creeper color. So we can have our Creeper be pink and our anti-Creeper be... I don't know, what color should anti-Creeper be? Green we're already using for other stuff. How about orange? Technicolor! Yeah, I'll put a nullifier on here. Maybe I can hit that guy. I don't know. So now it's a little tricky to judge the distance sometimes, but now it just looks like I'm being attacked by Pepto-Bismol, and that's not dangerous. You're referring to, you can't tell the difference between Creeper and Anti-Creeper? Well, hopefully this is better. I don't know if this is better. Rather than being bad for the colorblind, this is just bad for everybody. Alright, maybe we won't make that quite so pink. We'll take that back to blue. We'll go blue and orange. They're opposite colors. Those should be nice and obvious. Alright, I'm just gonna clear this off a little bit. Boom! Look at that. Just like spins around. Having one of these guys on like top of a mountain is great. Alright, let's just see. Ha! Look at that. Alright. You know, this is happening. Giant nullifier. Move these guys over here. So yeah, later on in the game you get upgrades for both your I could have done this a lot faster because I think this level ends when you... No, it doesn't. No, you have to actually kill all of them. I think? I don't know. Maybe I could have done this a lot faster by just going immediately for the key, but anyway. Alright. Mortar, you go in here and let's do some damage. I like this guy's still firing out little blue balls, but for some reason the little blue ball that he fires out creates a giant orange puddle. Who knows how that works? 'Tis a mystery. Alright, I'm gonna put a relay nice and close there. And then let's do some damage. Because we haven't been doing that up until now. Oh, 800% 2 times speed. It's just so great. Actually, at the point now we could probably do 2 times speed. Look at that. Right. This is hard mode. Actually, no, hard mode is 4 times speed, which I played a little bit on because it was, you know, I was playing like really easy levels where I didn't really care too much. And stuff can get out of hand very quickly. These guys can come up and help. I don't need defense anymore. We're down to the homeward stretch here, I think. I got the shield key. Oops. Probably should have been moving some dudes up. Okay. Ah, look at that. See, that's what you got to worry about with your beam turret, or with your creeper with the stuff. Luckily, I had this redundant connection. See, redundancy, that's what's important in Creeper World. I'm going to connect that back up again. Okie dokie. Let's get some relays for speed. These guys are reactor over there. Later on in the game, when you get some more of the advanced units, you can build more useful things than reactors on power points that are kind of out of fire now. You can build, there's like some flying units and stuff you can build that are quite handy. Bring more of these guys over. You're gonna get nullified, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. What is my favorite thing to build in Creeper World? Oh, we haven't unlocked it yet, but I'm really hoping we're gonna get far enough in this game. I think we probably will. We get far enough that we can get the big gun. which you will see hopefully, because a big gun, they're called Bertha cannons. A Bertha cannon on a PowerPoint is pretty much the greatest thing ever. Alright, let's clear this off a little bit. Oop, not on that. There we go. And then I'm pretty sure. Look at him go at 4 times, at 2 times speed. He's running out of power now, though. Hopefully, he can get filled up for you. Ah, there he goes. Okay. See, this guy isn't actually producing any creeper, so we're not really in any danger right now. But anyway, you're gonna get nullified. 4 times speed. What? It's like Kaioken 4 times. See how fast he got destroyed. Boom. Alright. Yeah, lots of other places here. So we got to get through these 3. So there's a shield on, or a key on that level. But we need all 3 keys before we can unlock these 2 places. So let's go. The very last human civilization. Yep, the creeper just hangs out. There are no emitters on this world. Fantastic. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Creeper inside a subspace rift. What kind of bull honky is that? Terp! Oh man. Okay, you guys are gonna like the terp. Terp. Which stands for terraforming something. Alright, so we got this stuff that's just gonna go like blast out creeper, but it's not actually, there aren't actually creeper emitters. So so what we have to do is get this key, but that's the big important thing. And we have this sort of semi-base constructed for us. Jerf, get the terp. All right, guys. I'm sure terp stands for something, but let's figure out what terp should stand for. All right. The other thing we have here are these energy pod things. They're sort of like one-off energy boosts that you can get, that you can use with this thing, which is called a siphon, which I'm just grabbing. I shouldn't have done that so quick. So I can just go boink. Gonna siphon you. Siphon you. Siphon you. Siphon you. So what these things do is, if you are at an energy deficit, instead of everything going red and you not being able to produce anything, it just starts eating the energy that's stored in the crystal or whatever there. All right, so now I have a terp, and what a terp does is it terraforms. So what I can do is you can set your terrain height and your brush size. So I'm gonna try and sort of fill in all the holes in my wall here. Boom. Pretty serious creeper going on here, actually. I think I better get some mortars going. Make sure I can keep it under control. Alright, so you see the Terp is working on building that wall there that I asked it to. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna be outrageous. So you see my network here is red because I was building too quickly, or building very quickly, but I kept building because I have these energy things that I'm extracting from right now, which is kind of handy. So it just gives you a bit of a leg up at the beginning. Move derp. So hopefully I can sort of complete these walls so that the creeper, it makes the creeper have a lot harder time getting in at me. So the objective in here is to just get this key right here. I don't actually have to destroy the creeper because it doesn't matter. That's what I'm doing. So Terps use quite a bit of power, so I'm actually going to make some reactors here while I've got my sort of crystals that are providing me some energy. I'm going to make some, so you see it's burning this crystal right here in order to give me enough energy to build these reactors, but that's what they're there for. Alright, so I still have 2 little holes, but I'm mostly all kind of sealed up here, so we're in a good spot. And I think I've got this stuff pretty much under control, so basically I just gotta push in on this side now. And we gotta start actually making some forward progress here. Oh yeah, sorry guys, you can see the key is right here, but it's kind of hidden behind my head. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Oop, there it is. Right there. I'm coming for your key. It's kind of neat, unique, or not, I guess not unique to this, but Creeper World 3 has a much bigger variety in level size. Yeah, the mortars are actually being quite effective here because of this big ditch along here. Because what mortars do really well is take out, like, when the creeper's deep. So when the creeper has, like, piled up in an area, and that ditch sort of forces the creeper to pile up. So I'm gonna go outside the wall. Much in the same way that Jon Snow and the Black Watch, or the Night's Watch, go over the wall. That is what I'm doing here. Very, very similar. Actually, before I do this, continue this assault too much, I'm going to build a few more. Let's just speed things up a little bit here, because we're in a good spot. One of the things you can also get later on as you upgrade stuff is you can get a bigger energy container, I guess, and a bigger energy storage capacity, so that you don't have to be quite as concerned with, sort of one-off creation building stuff. Alright, let's go back to normal speed, and let's build us some cannons. And let's get some relays going on here. I'm coming for you. One thing you can do is, you see, I mean, the creeper is so dense over here that you can't actually see the ground underneath it, which can be quite important. So up here in the corner, yeah, you can see that. There's, you can turn off opaque creeper. Like, you can just make the creeper much more transparent, which, so it lets you see what's going on underneath. It's dangerous though, because it's like, oh, this doesn't seem so dangerous at all. Yeah, the creeper's barely there. Oh crap! So you gotta be a little bit careful you don't leave it on by mistake. Speed. I'm basically going to make like a little kind of tunnel here. So this is cool. Like, I can do this, my objective is to get this key. So all this creeper, all this other crap that's going on here, I don't care. Top right's getting a little out of control. I think it's okay. It's fine. And I don't even have to get to the key. I just have to get close enough that I can get my network in range of the key, so I can pick up the key. So let's see what we can do here. Like that. We got this thing locked down. GCAT 50, we do not have the next cross the stream state set. So there you go, I beat it. But it'll be sometime this month, presumably. And I don't know exactly what we'll be actually playing here. But I'm sure it'll be awesome. Okay, 52 seconds. They must be doing something fancy. I guess if you like stick your command node like right beside the thing and just go for it. I don't think you can do it. Anyway, I tend to be as you guys will probably see, I tend to be kind of a slower player. So I don't know. Maybe they're just big cheats, but anyway. Okay, so before I do the next level, I'm going to try giving away one of these keys, because I got a couple here. So what I'm going to do is I got this, we have this fancy program here that will, or not program, but plugin, that will randomly select a person who is currently in the chat. Of the 362 people who are in the chat, which is pretty darn sweet. So that's awesome that you have so many people hanging out in the chat. Sorry, while I get this. Sorted out here. So just be 1 second while I pull up the codes. Alrighty, so the deal with this is that so what I'm going to do is I will run this thing that will randomly choose somebody who is currently in the chat. Yeah, so there's 453 people are viewing, which is pretty sweet. But we just are doing people in the chat right now. So if you are currently listening to this, but you are not in the chat, get on that. We got 367. It changes a bit, but anyway. And then I'm going to roll the dice, and we're going to see who's going to be the winner. And I've got a few more codes to give out too. So if you aren't the winner, stick around, because you might be one later on. So here we go. Boom! Winner is Nimrod. Nimrod the 14th, I like to think. I don't know if it's Nimrod, but I think it's Nimrod the 14th. So congratulations, Nimrod the 14th. I am going to send you a message with the code. And hopefully you will get it. And this will go perfectly. So what I'm sending, there's a sec. So congrats, Nimrod. So when I'm sending you the code and the link to download the game. And again, that works if you've got Windows or Linux or Mac. So it's super cool. And all right, there we go. It's fairly terse because I didn't want to don't want to spend too much time writing an email to you. But anyway, congratulations, Nimrod. I am going to be I'll be giving out some more in a similar fashion over the next little while. But first, I'm just going to run a commercial. So, I guess if I'd been smart, I would have done the commercial before I did the giveaway, so then you guys would stick around. But anyway, you guys are going to stick around anyway because you're awesome. So, here is a commercial. Hey everybody. That was my quick cutting out of Graham off that thing. Alright, so we went to Jojo and we got the laser killing spore thing. Went to Ormos and we got the tarp, which is the best thing ever. So let's go to CDET and see what we get there. So already you can see that our arsenal and our options for what we can do is increasing larger and larger here. All right. Strange formation around the emitter. What's going on? I like that. So it's like, after all these years that we've studied, we've studied the creeper, why does it creep? Why does it cover the world in creeper? So I don't know, it just does stuff. The Ark. What does that mean? Could it have something to do with the fact that the name of the game is the Ark Eternal? Maybe. Aircraft, you see that? Check it. We're gonna get aircraft. All right, let me just pause here for a sec. So that guy right there, that's an aircraft. So, I was mentioning before that sometimes you get a command node. Creeper's gonna creep. Creeper do what creeper does. That's right. So I was talking about that sometimes you get a PowerPoint that's in, you place a PowerPoint and you kill everything around it, but then there's not much you can do with it, right? Because putting a big gun on it doesn't help at all. But if you put a plane on it, then the plane can actually attack anywhere because it's a plane and it can fly. Let me just zoom in here. Alrighty. So if you notice, every level pretty much starts the same. I find there tends to be sort of a couple of stages, to a level. There'll be like the initial build up, when you're just getting power, and then there's sort of stabilization when you try to get into sort of a, we try to get into sort of a stasis with the creeper so that you are in a good position. And then there's the actual attack. So in this case, I'm having to actually build up a defensive perimeter here a little faster than I would normally, because this guy is really on my butt. And I don't even have much in the way of terrain height to get. You're not the boss of me, weird text block. Whoop, didn't actually need to create that. Alright, so it's saying if I have 4 strafers and I target 2 at each of the volcanoes, that'll pretty much keep that creeper, because that creeper is kind of confined in it, it's got to fill up this entire volcano area before it can expand out, and it's got a lot to do before it can expand out, but I'm a little more concerned about that one right there. So let's build another mortar and maybe a mortar there, and then let's see about some strafers, and let's also build reactors. So I'm just gonna do a slow building of reactors, just kind of building one every time I get a chance to just make my energy production a little bit more smooth, shall we say. Boofinka, that's totally cool. Good night. You know, maybe you can set up some other time. We can give some codes. But that's awesome that you were giving out some codes. Yeah, Creeper World is a great game, and more people should play it. And if giving out codes is a good way to do that, that's what it shall be. But if you don't get a code today, you should still buy it, because it's not very expensive. And you can either buy Creeper World 3, this game that I'm playing, or you can buy the Creeper World Pack, which is the first game, which is basically like this game except simpler. Like there are less different types of units, and then there's Creeper World 2. And the cool thing about Creeper World 2 is that it's a sequel, obviously, to Creeper World 1, but it's completely different. Like the mechanics are basically the same, but it's a 2D sort of vertical. So the idea is the creeper's like underground, and so you're kind of going down like Dig Dug or something, which is pretty neat. Like it's cool to have the same mechanic, and the creeper is still moving and stuff, but it's sort of a total twist on the perspective. It's something that I haven't seen a lot of games do, and it's something that Creeper World did really well. Alright, let's get him going here. You can see these looks like those starting to overrun a little bit there, so let's get some more strafers in. And let's see, so you can see this guy's gonna fly over here, bam, 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 bam. So he's strafing, as the name would suggest. So he's not terribly accurate, as you can see. I told him to hit that point, and he's kind of doing long strafer runs. The cool thing about strafers is you can also give them like a path to follow, which is kind of cool. So this guy I'm gonna send over here. So he has to. They have like an onboard ammo store. You can see his little red line there. And this guy, and so they have to fill up between. So this guy will shoot as much as he can, and then when he runs out of ammo, he'll come back and land there and to fill up, and then go again. Gotta keep building reactors. I'm a little low on power. Need more power. So you can see, I mean, this is a situation where if I didn't have these two guys here, and to a lesser extent that guy there, the creeper, quite a powerful, well, it's not that powerful, but he's a 25 emitter, which is pretty powerful. I mean, you can see these guys are only 12. But the 25 emitter is quite near to where I have my command node set up. So, and I don't have much in the way of defense here without my actual attacker dude. So if I wasn't paying attention, which I probably should be paying more attention, I could, this could go badly quickly. One thing I could do, as we learned in the last level with the tarp, or terp, sorry, tarp is a different thing. Tarp is a thing that you put on top of other things to keep them dry. When I had the terp, I could sort of fill in these holes in this wall to make this a more sort of defensive area, but I don't think I really need to. These look like these guys are keeping this pretty much under control. You can see I'm just moving my mouse along here and looking at the little scale down here, and I can see how high the creeper is in relation to the ground, and I can see that the creeper is just a skiff on the ground here, so it's not dangerous. It's not in danger of overrunning this next level, so it should be fine. Tarp. That's true. You put a tarp on top of the terp so the terp doesn't get wet. Because the last thing you want is a wet terp. Now you can see a little bit of a problem here in that these walls are, because they're higher than the ground, they're blocking my cannon or my blaster here. So it gives them a relatively small field of view, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, so I'm building I've got 4 as the little thing suggested I could build. So I'm going to send another one over there, and I'm going to send this guy to here. And then, so that'll keep those things basically under control. Now, I don't know if my mission here is actually to kill all these creeper things or whether it's just to get the keys. Because I could totally get the keys right now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do an end run here and get the keys. Sucker! So obviously this is kind of vulnerable right here, so I better... I'm gonna speed this up a little bit here. Got one shield key. Alright, let's make sure that it's protected. It's French? What are we talking about? En français? Doom, doom, doom. Yeah. Boom, check it out, both the keys. Okay, looks like I still do have to destroy these guys. But now, to destroy these, all I gotta do, I already got my network over here. So this is, sometimes you can kind of do this, you can sort of shortcut, so rather than like being, spending a bunch of time fighting this guy. Now, I'm gonna just go, boom, nullify those two right away. And then I can just keep building reactors whenever I get a chance here. Boom! Double trouble. Alright, so these guys, just gonna quickly run this guy up into here to destroy that. So these guys don't need to fight there anymore. They're gonna start taking out this here. Yeah. Actually, wait, watch this. I'm gonna build this another strafer on the PowerPoint there. Just so I can show you guys what it does. Probably not, maybe not the best use of this PowerPoint, but I don't care. You know what? That's the kind of guy I am. Actually, I'm going to build a reactor on this one from a little low one. That'll just get my power back under control. These guys do require a fair amount of power, and they require power in these kind of big jolts of power. So, alright, so here's my supercharged strafer. So if I am going to tell him to go here and attack too, and you can see when he attacks, boom, 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 he's firing 2 lines of guns, and he's taking out a lot more creeper. His ammo also lasts longer too, which is pretty sweet. are totally right about the top left cannon not having power. Thank you. Alright, what are we doing here? So much strafing. Alright, so what we gotta do here. Like I didn't do nothing over there. You ain't doing nothing. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Oh, I lost my power. Oh, damn it. Okay, that was, whoa. I did a bad thing there. So your dudes can act as a bridge for your power. And I didn't realize that one of my guys was in fact acting as a bridge for the power for that entire thing. And then I moved him and they lost power. And that was bad. Alright, let's build a cannon to replace that one. That was my bad. Alright, that's where I wanted it. Now the question is... Oh, look at this. It's just like the swarm of angry bees. Boom. Did I get the message as you sent through Twitch? No, because I haven't been looking at it. But I will look. Oh man, I am just a panda. That is super cool. Thank you very much for those. All right. Thank you very much, I am panda. That's a very, very generous and a very nice note there. We will find a good use for those. All right. So we got rid of those three. So now we've got these two levels left in this area because we got all of the shield keys that we needed. Let's go check out Flick. You can see Flick ain't doing so good. Yeah, feel free to just talk to your computer. I can't hear it, but it amuses me to think that people are doing that. So, you know, that's cool. Alright, so this used to support a population of 10 billion. I'm guessing this supports less. Subspace slip emitters. Ooh, the bomber tech artifact. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So this is interesting. So this level is everything, you know, has been blown up. And and the creeper basically can't cross space, although it can, but it takes a really, really long time before it can. Like it has to build up to be insanely heavy before it can cross space. And so what that means is that you know, I'm not in very much danger here for a long time. I mean, I might not be able to make any progress, but the creeper also can't get to me, so that's cool. So as the thing was saying there, what's going on here is that these are what are called subspace slip emitter. It's basically a portal gun, yeah. So what's happening is this is the actual emitter, but there's creeper popping out in places that aren't around the emitter, and I can't do anything about these. Like there's nothing to destroy. So that's just going to be a spurt of creeper that happens every once in a while, which is a huge pain in the butt, because it means that you always have to be kind of worrying about creeper hitting you behind your line. Yeah, so there's a couple people I've seen there that was saying, you know, or I used to play this game, or I remember this game, or whatever. The game you played was probably Creeper World 1. This is Creeper World 3, which is quite new. It's only about maybe 4 or 5 months old. And it's basically, the mechanics are very similar to Creeper World 1. But it's basically just nicer in every way. Like, it's got better graphics. It's not a Flash game. It's actually made in Unity. It's you know, it's got new units. It's got better graphics. It's got a whole new level, a whole new area. It's got new randomly generated things. It's really good. And especially if you enjoyed the first Creeper World, then you should definitely check it out. So I'm getting lots of ore mining going on here because I'm going to be shooting bombers. So I'm going to build 2 bombers right now. So the problem here, of course, is that if the distance between these islands is too big, is like bigger than I can stretch with my relay, then I can't get over there, right? I mean, my dudes can fly and land, but if they have no power to power them, then they're in trouble. So the bombers provide a nice sort of way of cleaning up the bombers, and to a lesser extent the strafers, allow you to deal with stuff that you otherwise couldn't get access to. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go for this place first, I think, because if I can go for this place and then I can if I can actually like get to here, then I can just nullify him and go to here, because I don't really need to take out there's nothing to take out on these other islands, so might as well just ignore them for the moment. Alright, you two do stuff there. So they don't look like they're doing too much, because they're dropping bombs of anti-creeper onto quite a heavy creeper area, and so the anti-creeper that they're dropping is immediately getting destroyed, but they are doing pretty serious damage, so do not worry. You will see the impact of their impact. Yeah. That guy can just barely reach, so he'll help a little bit too. El Fuzzy, sorry to say there was not a checkpoint because Graham isn't doing too well, and I don't think Kathleen is that great either. So we decided to not do a checkpoint. I read out some stories and stuff, but we didn't actually do a full checkpoint. So, but next week, checkpoint will be back as usual, assuming nobody's dead. And if people are dead, then checkpoint will be back, but it'll be a heartfelt tribute episode. So either way, it'll be fine. You can see we're starting to see some orange appear here. Let's maybe get one more bomber going. Five-layer carrot cake? Sorry. Joe Smith, you had a 5-layer carrot cake? That's amazing. I don't even know how that could be done. Isn't it just carrot cake? Like, how many different carrot cakes are there? Is it just more carrot cake on top of carrot cake? Because I feel like I could get behind that. Alright, so you are going to go over here too. Alright, I'm going to, so I've got this little relay waiting here. So I can see that if I had a spot to build, if I built that right there, that would work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of work on making a beachhead here. So I'm going to make a few cannons over here, ready to jump over to there when the time comes. So notice these guys are a lot slower than the strafers too, but they pack a mean punch. Especially, I mean, I won't be able to do it here because once I destroy that's the only one there. But bombers on a power point are really nasty. It's one of my favorite moves. All right, so these guys are all gonna go over here. And as soon as they get over there and start clearing a path, I'm gonna try and and hopefully I can complete building this before they run out of energy and stop firing. Hey, look at that, I did it. Alright. So we are in the business, as they say. We're in a business anyway. So looks like right there is where the creeper's coming out. So I'm thinking if I just kind of surround that, I can keep it largely under control. But I don't want to I can't actually put anything like right on there because that thing will just get hurt as little bits of creeper come through the hole. Alright. These guys can start attacking there. Okay, can't hit. So I mean I could, if I took this out, then that would give me another sort of vector of attack on here. But I think I'm just going to try and see what I can do with this going in here. Maybe I'll build a couple strafers. Man, you guys really like cake. What kind of freaks are you liking cake? That being, who am I saying? I could totally get behind carrot cake. One of my favorite cakes. I'm digging this orange anti-creeper. I think I might change that on my home game. I like that. Alright, you guys also get... So I'm concentrating my fire right on this area here, because I just want like a little beachhead. Because once I can... If I can build a relay right there and get my cannons over there, then we should be in a good position. Because I mean, you pay, there's the, the strafers and the bombers and stuff are not as powerful as just a, as like a cannon or a mortar or something, because obviously there's a downside to them being so maneuverable. Wonder if see, one of the other upgrades you can get later is you can increase the range of things, and so you can up to something like this where you're just at a range, you can it can be very handy to just give yourself a little bit of a range boost. Alright, looks like this end here is pretty much nothing there. Alright guys, okay, so here's, I do not want to send those guys in because they're busy defending this area, but I want everybody else to go in. And you... Should have built that relay first. Oh well, here we go. See what happens. Go, go, go. Build a relay. Damn it. That did not work as well as I was hoping. Frelling poop. Be better. Go, go, go. Build the relay. Luckily, the anti-creeper that's in this area is kind of giving me a little bit of a grace period. Otherwise, those guys would have all died. But it looks like I actually made it out of that. That was a massive miscalculation. Alright, here we go. Time to take out that guy. Let's start attacking more in there. It's kind of an awkwardly shaped island trying to find a place to land. Just gonna zoom in nice and close. So much death for them. Theo JL, you hate bacon and pizza? It's not, I don't know. Yeah. Are we just doing like recipes in the chat now? Is that what we're doing? Asthir, you cannot. The TERP cannot build anything in space. Sadly. Alright. So now, pretty much the thing that was actually powering all these, you notice these aren't like spraying anymore. So let me just use this guy to clear this off, and then we should be in good position. So like in this case, if I build my thing here, oh, I can actually make that, but I can also do that. And I can do that. Multi-pronged assault onto. So I mean, this will eventually work because like there's nothing refilling this creeper here. So eventually these guys will kind of do their job. But I might be able to speed it up a little bit here. Did that again. Alright. Alrighty, so, and that, as they say, is that. So, well, maybe not quite that. One sec. Hopefully they'll freaking get there to finish building. Oh, okay, there we go. It's like, wait, boom, 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 boom. Alright, there we go. Alright, once this level is done, I'm going to run another ad, and after that ad, I am going to, excuse me, after I do that ad, I am going to give away another Cripple World code. So, stay tuned, and if you are listening to this and you are not currently in the chat, then get in there. Yeah. So I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be giving it away to one random person who is in the chat. So here's a commercial. Hey, and we're back. It's just me. Paul, let's play. Let's Paul. Alright. So, let's see about drawing for a winner. So, again, just to tell everybody what's going on, the game I'm playing is called Cripple World 3, and the awesome developer of Cripple World 3, who's goes by the name, or who's Virgil. I contacted him last time I played it and said that, because I didn't see that many people playing Cripple World on Twitch. I was like, hey, I was playing this and people seem to really like it, and he sent back some codes for us to give away. So I am going to be giving them away, and I'm going to give them to a random person who is currently in the chat. You don't have to be subscribed to our Twitch channel. We do have subscriber giveaways, but if you aren't subscribed to our channel, that's totally fine in this case. All you got to do is be in the chat, because I want to give this to somebody who's actually watching the stream right now. Because if you're not watching the stream and somebody just goes like, hey, you just got Creeper World 3, they may not be that interested, because maybe it's not their cup of tea. But hopefully those of you who are actually watching in the chat or who are in the chat right now are interested in this game. So this is a code for Creeper World 1, 2, and 3. And I'll be sending you the code and a link to where to download it. Draxper is asking, the game, I don't know if it's actually on Steam right now. It was on Greenlight, and it successfully greenlit. And so I believe the developer is currently in the process of upgrading it for Steam, like putting in like Steam achievements and stuff. So it'll probably come up. It'll probably be on. I don't know if it's on Steam yet, but it will be on Steam soon. And this is available, and it's you can download it for Windows and Mac and Linux. So there you go. All right, here we go. I will open up my thingamajig. Update it. Ooh, there's more people in the chat this time. Excellent, excellent. And I will roll the dice. And the winner is Canested. So you win a Creeper World copy of the whole thing. CHAINESD. So congratulations. And I will send that to you in a PM. And I would like to point out that both of the people who have won so far were also followers, not necessarily subscribers. I don't know whether you are or not, but you were followers, which is awesome. So that wasn't actually a requirement that you be following our channel, but what's awesome is that there are so many people following our channel that that when I just chose a person at random, that somebody who was following came up. So excellent. And there you go, Kainsta, however you pronounce that. Alrighty. So, I'll be giving away, I have 2 more codes, just so you guys know, and I think I'll give them both away at the same time. I'll do a double-double. Like, it's just a double. It's not a double-double, because that would be 4. I'll be doing a double right near the end of my shift, maybe around 5:45 or so. I will be giving away 2 more codes, and then it'll be time for the Beige Times. Beige's backlog, where hopefully we can experiment, or hopefully our new streaming setup, which we have going on now, will make it so that for once we can go switch to Beige's backlog without something messing up, because that has been a huge problem for Beige's backlog for some reason. Right, and yeah, so, and like, I mean, we only have four codes here, and there's like almost 500 people in the chat, or 500 people watching. So obviously not everybody's going to get one. But if you didn't get one and you like the game, you got it. It's not that expensive. You can get it off of the actual Knucklecracker website, which is knucklecracker.com, or you can get it off of various download systems. I know it's on. I know it's on GOG, I believe, and it's on. Let me actually just get the whole list. It will soon be on Steam if it isn't already, which I don't think it is actually on Steam yet, but it will soon be. And you can get it on Gamersgate. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Shiny Loot. And you can get it on Desura. So, sorry, you can't get it on GOG. But you can get it on Gamersgate, Amazon, Shiny Loot. Got no DRM or anything. It's just got, just a code that you can type in. So it's, super consumer friendly. You got to check it out. Indie game. So I am going to keep playing this because we can finish this area and play triplex. It's the last area in this thing. So here we go. Curiouser and curiouser. That doesn't look very... Holy doodle. What's going on here? This is just... Oh, what's going on? It's a machine world. Massive weapon systems. Entire planets turn into weapons. See, that seems good to me. See, so Digitalis second command node. All right, let me just pause here for a sec. So Digitalis is this white stuff, and it's very bad. Because what Digitalis does is it conducts, like the creeper can move along the Digitalis faster than it can move around along on the normal ground. But what is even worse is that it moves irrespective of the height of the ground. So creeper going along Digitalis can circumvent. Doesn't have to first fill up this whole level and then move to the next level and then to the next level. It can go straight up. Very dangerous. So, but we have an extra command node, which is very good. So I'm gonna go over here so I can get the extra command node, and then maybe we can do kind of a split attack move here. So we'll see what we can do. Double command node. Alright, now things get a little complicated because now I gotta keep track of two things going on at once here. Whereas the creeper obviously just does its own thing. hoping, so the trick with the digitalis is that you can kind of cut it off, right? So what I'm hoping is that I can cut it off here so that this stuff just doesn't, I can sort of keep it under control. We'll see. Okay, so far, not so good. So you see what happened there? So I broke it and then everything over here died. Now, and hopefully that guy can do it too. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're doing good there. But, oops, I messed up. Should have been in a different order, but here we are. It's kind of loading up with everything here because you notice there's 2 spore towers right here too, so you got to make sure that we're protected, or we'll have to deal with those as well. In fact, we better build some beams right now. The problem with the spore towers is, of course, we don't know where they're going to go. They're going to come from here, but they could go anywhere. They can both go the same direction. They don't always go to like the nearest point. I don't know what the logic is, but they can be quite devious about going to just the place where you don't want them to go. I'm going to build a mortar there. See what I can do about. So one thing that you can do here, so you notice these things are like, they've got the main part and then there's these parts with little holes in them, which are a pain because you can't build a dude there because there's the holes there. But guess what we've got? That's right, our buddy the Terp. See, that was bad. That was the one place I didn't have it. Yeah, I better build some more anti-air stuff here. So you can see up here, my 2 command nodes are being treated separately for the purposes of the... Now you can connect them both together so that they can share resources, and hopefully I'll be able to do that at some point here so that I can smooth things out. All the holes. Now you see the Terp isn't filling these ones here because they're covered in creeper, and the Terp can't actually do stuff when there's creeper there, so we'll have to do something about that. Ugh. another terp over here. Alrighty, so we are that cannon again there. Now, something you can do, which I didn't actually know about until fairly recently, because I guess I wasn't paying attention, is that you can tell these guys to only attack either Creeper or Digitalis or Runners, which is a thing that comes up later on. And so, if you're in a situation like this where they keep getting sort of distracted by other stuff, you can say, in fact, this guy I'm going to say only attack Digitalis, and he turns blue like that. And I'm going to say the same thing to that guy, and the same thing to that guy, and the same thing to that guy. Alright. What do we got going on here? So we're sort of pushing in over here, so let's keep that going. Find out what's going on with this here. I think this is like a message box. Oop, what happened? Something blew up. What blew up? Oh, my little dude there that blew up. That's okay. I can live with that. It will require some time to process. What could it be? What could it be? So as you may have noticed, I am not the best with the multitasking, as they say, sick micro. So I may not be paying attention to one side. Jeez, yeah, sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the thing. Person ham, 88, you know, that's, you know, super sucky if you are in a bad, you know, if you're in a bad situation like that, if you're feeling really bad. You know, this is probably not the best place to get help on that, but I do feel for you, man. For instance, you could play Creeper World. It's a fun game. you got nothing else to do, go for it. There's even a demo. Good luck, man. You know, please, talk to people. If nothing else, there's the thread in our forums. Go there. People there are awesome, you know. It's really pissing me off. They keep destroying that bit. These guys forward so maybe they can hit those spores before they activate, before they actually like land. That was very quick, very fast sticks. Good job. All right, we're making progress here. Ugh, something bad's gonna happen here. I just know it. Damn it! I don't have the right. Remembering what got destroyed there. I forgot. Ugh. It's hurting my little finger. It's not that bad though. It'll go away pretty quick. Oh, maybe not quick enough. Dear. Okay, here we go. How'd that happen? Let me actually put a defender there. I really want to connect these up. I also didn't notice that guy lost power. Yeesh. So there's a lot of stuff you gotta keep an eye on things. Really easily go wrong if you aren't keeping an eye on things. Okay, you go Digitalis. And you go Digitalis. I really gotta beat this stuff. Man, this stuff it's just nasty. Digitalis, not even once. Cannot. My little towers are just not strong enough to take that thing out immediately. To take those out before they actually land and get to send your payload up. It's so annoying. I'm gonna put him there. Alright, so that guy's charging up. Alright, we're making progress here. Sometimes it seems kind of like one step forward, two steps back. But we are making progress. Alright, here we go. Alright, catch you later. Safrinko. Alright. Yeah, it is kind of interesting, you know, you mentioned like the pace of the game seems a little slow, but then if you aren't paying attention, things can go very wrong very quickly. That can be kind of scary. Alright, I'm going to build that guy there. Yeah, going there. What kind of defenses we got? That was probably a terrible idea. Okay, good. Just can't get that fast enough. See if we can do some damage here. I mean, this map is actually quite tricky. I mean, there's probably better ways of doing it than I'm doing it, but sorry, I'm not talking too much, but I'm actually paying attention. Actually having to pay attention to what I'm doing here, as opposed to the other levels where just kind of like, yeah, it's probably fine. So that guy is blowing up a lot of stuff, but I want that guy in there. I really hope that they can those two can keep it back, because this guy is going to be able to do some serious damage in here if you can get a chance to really start firing off. Alright, now I'm going to concentrate over here, see if I can get this whole thing taken care of so I can just sort of be a little, at least, semi-symmetrical. But the digitalis can really get out of hand fast, so you got to be a little bit careful about it. also turn off the thing that shows where the digitalis is going to show up, just because it can sometimes get in the way of actually seeing what the heck's going on. Zoom it a little bit more. Okay, looks like we've got this area pretty good here. Getting it pretty clear and cleaned up. Can I? Haha, look at that. That will solve one pain in my keister. God damn it. Really gotta pay more attention to that. Alright, let's concentrate back on here. Can nullify that guy. Alrighty. This is what I'm talking about. We got getting some serious progress here. Slowly, but inevitably. Yes, it wasn't quite so slowly, but here we go. Let's get you guys in the fight. So, looks like that's getting pretty clear there. Let's see what we can do about sending a guy in there. See, putting the anti-creeper onto the digitalis is very powerful. Turn back him into a creeper killer. Turn him back into. I said turn. Let's turn back him into. Ugh. That was your last spore, my tower friend. So I think I'm just gonna basically ignore these two. I mean, they're. Look at that. Amount 10, interval 0.5. Amount 250. This guy's really pushing it out. Alright, we got some good coverage now. Yeah, PowerPoint mortars are the best thing ever, basically. if you have stuff in range. Like if you leave them for long enough, they'll basically just create an empty area with their massive range. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I think I can start pushing into this. I'm just gonna clear that so I can actually see what's going on here. So let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's all flat there. Let us get on in there. Some sort of incidental power. Get in from both sides, which actually probably doesn't make any sense. Why would we want to go in from both sides simultaneously? Let's just go in from one side. As long as that guy can take care of that side, you know, without actually like things dying. And I might as well put all my energy towards one side, because then I can push enough back that I can get a nullifier on there. I'm very close. Let's move this guy up. Dear Dr. Death Javu, it may be that I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Thanks for telling me that, because that, of course, for some reason the nullifier on the PowerPoints thing, I have a real weak spot on. Yep, you guys are right. We got this thing locked down. I'm gonna go to 4 times speed. Watch this. Alright. Good job. I consider that was sort of a group victory, because I'm stupid. Good job, guys. Alright, that was cool. So we completed everything in this particular area, and we got a bunch of upgrades, which is pretty sweet. Ludicrous speed, indeed. All right, so we found that message artifact. So I mean, in fact, I think I'm just gonna skip this because I don't want to. You know, there's a whole there's actually a surprisingly in-depth kind of story that goes on through a kind of an in-depth story, surprisingly in-depth story that goes on throughout the game, where you sort of learn about the creeper and learn about your character, that you know, is told through these sort of text boxes, and there's some pretty cool actually little twists and turns in it, which I think is quite neat. But first, I'm gonna give away some more. So again, this is Creeper World 3. This is a sweet game for both Mac and PC, or Mac and Windows and Linux. And I am going to give away, I am now actually going to give away 2 copies of it, because that's just the kind of awesome dude I am. So I was the awesome developer of Creeper World 3. Knucklecracker is the name of the studio, and the developer is Virgil. I contacted him about doing the stream, and he was nice enough to give me 4 codes, not just for this, which is Creeper World 3, but for the bundle that has 1, 2, and 3 in it, and so you can really get your full Creeper World experience. And for those of you who don't know, Creeper World, what's awesome about Creeper World, so there's a story mission. There's also 'cause the whole thing is, so the developer actually has built in basically like a fractal generator thing. So it can build levels randomly based on kind of fractal algorithms, using different random seeds. So you can like seed it with like, you know, the year, or like the day of the year, or you can like change all this all the variables and like how many creeper emitters there are, and how many power, and you know how many ore spots, and how bumpy it is, how flat it is, how many holes there are. It's super cool. Plus, if that wasn't enough, it also has a very comprehensive level editor built into it, where you can not only create every level that's in Creeper World was created in that level editor. You can not only do that, but you can actually like do things that Creeper World doesn't do, because it's got a whole like scripting system in it too, which is very very impressive. And so people have come out, are already, you know, building all sorts of neat levels with it. So that's all available in Creeper World, and I will be giving away 2 copies of it right now. And how you get into that is you have to be in the chat. That is the only requirement. Watching this, you have to be watching this feed and be in the chat. You don't have to be a subscriber or a follower, although both of those things are immensely appreciated. We shall see. So yeah. I hope that, you know, what would be really awesome is if Knucklecracker, you know, when they're looking at their stats, actually sees like a bump in sales, you know, when I do these feeds, because all you awesome people are watching it. So let me know, you know, via on the forums, or on you know, tweet the Loading Ready Run account, or whatever, or let me know if you do end up buying any of the Creeper World games, because you saw it on this chat, because it's a lot of fun, or on this stream. So anyway, here we go. So let me open up the thing here. Looks like there are currently 460 people in the chat, which is just awesome. So here we go. The first winner is Pyrelight. Pyrelight, you a winner. That's Pyre with a Y. So awesome. And I will send that code out to you right away, so I don't forget, because that's a thing that I could do. Not gonna lie to you. So I'm sending out you the code, and I'm also sending the the link to download the game. So you download the game, and then you just put in the registration code, and there it goes off. But that's not all, because you know what? I'm crazy. I'm giving away another one. What? That's right. That's right. So here we go. Now, I mean, Pyrelight, there was 460 people in the chat. There are now 466 people in the chat, so you have a slightly worse chance. But I think we'll see what happens. And the winner is Mr. Phillip. That's right. Mr. Phillip. Or Merp Hope, which I think might be a better way of saying that. Merp Hope. Hope. Although I think maybe Mr. Phillip is how it's meant to be pronounced. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for doing it. All 4 things that I gave away is because all the people were following Loading Ready Run, which is really awesome. So thank you everybody for following us. If the person already has the game, then you could then I guess let me know, and either you could give that code away to somebody else, or you could let me know and I will give it away to somebody else. So it is not the worst thing ever. So I'll just do this here. And there we go. So 4 Creeper World download codes given away courtesy of Knucklecracker and Virgil, who is very awesome, and gave me those codes so that I could give them to you. And yeah, so thanks a lot to everybody who came and watched this. Now I've only got about 5 minutes left, 5-10 minutes left before it's time to do the next, before it's Beja's backlog. So I don't know if I've got enough time to do another level. Let's see here. Why don't I do, let's try something cool. So one of the other things that you can do in Creeper World is this thing called the dial map device, which is, this is the randomly generated, so you can randomly generate levels, or you can make your own randomly generated levels, or you can do another level that somebody has randomly generated. So actually here, let's do. So what I'm gonna do is a pretty easy level, but I'm gonna have all the equipment here. So we're gonna actually like kind of jump ahead in terms of where you are in the game, I guess, so that to speed things up, or not to speed things up, but just to show you some of the neat things that you can get. So I'm going to let's see here, what am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of the digitalis because that annoys me, and I am going to, yeah, that's probably fine. Got a couple emitters. Sure, let's try this level. So you can see, here's the picture of the level that I'm going to be doing over here in the corner. But so this is just, I've never played this level before because nobody has ever played this level before. But I'm just going to try it. And we'll see how it goes. All right, what we got going on here? So we got this thing here, which is called a air exclusion tower. So this is, you can't fly anything over here. We got our spore things. Notice these guys are doing 4 spores now rather than just regular. So these are things that are a little bit more dangerous here. Looks like this is the clearest spot right here, and I might be able to grab some of these guys immediately without too much danger. But I've got, look at that, Bertha cannon. Ooh. I also have this thing called the forge, which are these here, allow me to upgrade things. So anyway, I'm gonna do this. Let's see what happens. Still only have 1 command node though. Probably should turn that up. Anyway, let's see what happens. Alright, I think I'm actually just gonna go straight for this guy. And because if I move quickly on these, then I can nullify them before they actually get turned into before they actually do anything, and I'll get some like free power points, which is pretty sweet. go for these leveling or upgrade boxes here too. So these guys, if you connect up to them and you have a forge, you can make you can get sort of upgrade points that you can then spend on making your guys faster or longer range or get more energy or all sorts of different things. But here they're like slightly out of sync with each other. Sweet. Now I think I'm actually going to just put a reactor on that one because I want energy fast. Actually, at the moment, I'm going to put one. I might destroy that and put something else in there later. But I want to get some energy. I want to make sure that I am set for energy. I'm also going to build a forge now, so I can actually start upgrading. So I've jumped ahead and I have a bunch of stuff that you would normally pick up, in the course of the game, with those little upgrade canisters that I've picked up as I've been going. But since this is just a custom map, you have everything. And so you shall be able to see what one does when you have everything. What do you give the man who has everything in Creeper World? So this guy is going to cause some serious damage in here. This guy, once he built, because I wasn't paying attention, he wasn't built properly, or he wasn't built when I told him to be built. Should be good. Let's get that mining there. Hopefully he can be built before the thing comes. He's not gonna do it. He ain't gonna make it. Alright, that should basically keep that under control, I think. So look, these guys have sort of powered up and have started sending that guy and that guy have started sending stuff back. So these are forge points, which you can see right there. Need more cannons. I could have done this better up here. I did a bad thing. So what I can do with my forge points here is I can upgrade different aspects of my thing, and one of them, which is this one right here, is fire rate. That's going to make all my guys fire faster. They use energy faster too, but that's going to make them much better. There's fire rate and fire range, and those are like the two, I wouldn't say the most important upgrades, but some of the most important upgrades. And once these guys get built, I'm actually going to destroy this and replace them with this mortar, because they'll hopefully help push back this a little bit more. like that part over there is already cleared off there. In fact, if I do like that, I'm increasing my range there, which also increases the range of these guys, by the way. So now they're even more ridiculous. Then I can, oh yeah, that guy's put in some good work. Let's go ore mine, let's go sprayer, get some spraying in there. This guy I'm basically ignoring because he can't do anything. He's kind of stuck on this thing. Unless the creeper gets really heavy. I think it has to get up to like 500 or something. Like right now he's at like 20. It has to get really heavy before, or really thick, I don't know, viscous. Dense. And pick up these upgrade build towers here too, so I can get my upgrades faster, which means they die faster. So there's move speed, energy efficiency, which makes you get energy more. There's all sorts of different things. In fact, I'm going to get a few energy efficiency ones so I can keep myself going. Alright, so I got lots of upgrading going on here. Let's build some relays. Just get a little bit quicker path between my front line and my back line, my butt line. Oh, technical. The line that isn't the front line. I'm going to say butt line. Hello. Hello. Beige is in the building. Alright, let's clean this up pretty quick here then. Alright, watch this. I'm going to build one of these guys for you to see what he does. And then I'll show you what he does on a PowerPoint. Because that's the fun. That's where the fun really starts. Stupid edge there. I can show you one of the other things you can build. A shield, which is quite handy, as you might imagine. Especially good for going up over places. And you'll see when I put the shield in, it's going to push back. Boom. So it pushes the creeper back over here. Oops. If it actually has power, that is. If it doesn't have power, it does bopkis. Oof. Storage and get some packet speed too. So all right. Watch this. Let's get the big Bertha cannon coming on here. It takes a while to load up, but it packs a mean punch. So that crosshair right there, boom, just takes out that entire area. I mean, it fills up again pretty quick, but it destroys all the creeper in that area, which is very powerful. And let me build a nullifier. And let's see about over here. Well, I'll build a nullifier, and then I'll actually remember and build a nullifier there so that I can take out that guy. This is a game called Creeper World 3.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of been describing it as like a combination RTS and tower defense game.
Oh, so there's a network of things.
Yeah, you have to keep your network connected all together.
I see.
So if something destroys this, then everything over here loses power. So it's bad.
But if you can connect them all together, then if they take down one, it doesn't matter because they all connect.
Yeah, then you can have sort of redundancy in your network.
Neat.
All right, so that should be done pretty quick here.
Sure, yeah, you bet. I'm just going to pull my head into frame.
Sure, yeah. It's Beige.
Hi, everybody.
I was saying it's, we'll have to see. I'm excited to think we've got, our new streaming setup here. This, and with any luck, I mean, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but this might be the first transition to Beige's backlog that actually works properly.
That would be fantastic. Such good news.
Like, has it ever happened without any problems?
I think it has never been smooth. So I'm eager to see how this all works out.
All right, we shall see.
How did you like going co-pilot on this?
It was good. It's a little bit like I'm looking over the side, but but it's good. I was the developer of this game. I talked to the developer of the game, and he actually gave me some codes to give away too. So that was kind of neat.
That's sweet.
Got to do some code giveaways, and yeah, hopefully people enjoy it. I'm just should be able to finish this up pretty quick here. I think
You had a question here. Can you show us Bertha on a power node? Is
that is a thing I can do.
Okay?
I'll do it up here. Yeah. So that's my big cannon. See these little circles here. These are where the bad guys were.
Okay.
And when you destroy the bad guy, it leaves this what's called a power point or a power node. And any unit that you put in there gets massively more powerful.
Oh, neat. So if you put the big gun on there.
And so you can put the big gun, which is already very powerful, you put it in there. Instead of firing one bullet, it fires 3 bullets. And it was very fun.
In rapid succession?
No, it's just like a spread. Nice. It's very cool. So let me, here, I will be able to just nullify this guy pretty good. Wait, how about I actually like connect stuff up? That would probably make this whole process work better. That's a whole thing in this game. Alright. I'm gonna do this that all my dudes dying. It's a problem here.
You're trying to run a war on many fronts.
Yeah, and it's easy to, miss just like something just moves to where, or something gets destroyed that you didn't expect.
Okay.
And it's easy to for it to get kind of out of hand. All right. So the two tricks with the Bertha is that you can't move them. So I can't just move this guy over to there. I gotta actually build it on there. And the second thing is they actually are bigger than the PowerPoint, but you have to just kind of center them on there. But you can't do it on like a PowerPoint like this where it doesn't have any space around it.
Oh wow.
But it's worth it. So
is the blue your fog of war?
No, the blue is the thing I'm destroying.
Oh.
The blue is the creeper.
I see.
It is this, so creeper is sort of emitted by this stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of this ooze that moves along in sort of a fluid-ish way.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, you're beating it back there.
And so you have to kind of beat it back, and like this is sort of different levels. And so the creeper has to sort of pile up before it can get up to the next level and stuff.
Okay.
So from what I understand, it all comes from, it's like the developer was sort of experimenting with kind of fractal dynamic stuff and kind of discovered this interesting interaction, and it was like, hey, this could kind of be a cool game.
That's a great idea.
Alright, so I'm going to nullify that guy. Or not. Damn it. Wait, I'm going to bring my shield over here. That'll help. Alright, this guy is just being built here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can change the color of the creeper, and at the request of the request of the chat and people who are colorblind, because normally it's like blue, and then there's a different one that's like slightly off blue.
I see.
So I made it pink to start with, but nobody liked that, so it's now kind of a more oceany blue.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to use like some sort of just weird, this is all water, it's all flooded with.
Yeah.
I like that though. Like what a neat idea of you beat back against a non-Newtonian fluid, essentially.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. And so you have to sort of beat it back until you can access the emitter. And then you place this nullifier close to the emitter, and once the nullifier charges up, it goes like bzzz, and they get destroyed.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's just keeping that under control. So they're also the planet I happen to be on right now is obviously not in a good shape. It's got big holes into space.
Oh, okay.
Behind it there.
I see. But it has a huge mountain range in the middle of that.
And it's got this, and then there's this guy. So this is a randomly generated level actually. And so there's this creeper emitter that got kind of stuck on this island. And so it's been filling this whole place up with creeper, but it can't get anywhere.
So it's just spilling it off into the ether.
Well, I think it actually just piles up. Like it just breaks along the edges. It just stops at the edges. So this just gets very dense.
Okay.
But that's okay because we got this. Watch this. All right. So this guy goes boom. This guy goes boom.
Whoa.
And that guy spent a lot of work building up all that creeper too, and now it's gone. Okay.
That's amazing. I love how it represents depth.
Yeah, it's quite cool. And you see down here, it shows you like there's 10 levels.
Right.
And so you can see what's under so the blue is the creeper.
Right.
So you can see how deep the creeper is versus how deep the ground is, and so it's kind of neat.
That's very cool.
All right, so all I gotta do is take out this guy, but let's get this kind of a little sorted out here. I'm gonna move down there.
I love that demonstration of differences in terrain like this, like how you would represent that on a map?
Yeah, and different levels have different sort of, I guess, terrain.
Just characteristic, like
yeah, like different terrain maps or whatever. So there'll be different colors depending on, or different textures and stuff depending on what they're doing.
sweet.
It's very annoying. But it kind of... See, so this is like a regular guy is like that, and if I put him on there, he gets much more powerful and can fire much faster. Except he's
stuck in a valley.
He's stuck because he's trying to destroy. They go after the creeper that's closest to them, but if the creeper that's close to them is higher than they are, they can't actually get to it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move him off that PowerPoint, and I'm going to build a terp, which is is that guy it's a terrain thing, so I can change the level of, I can make the ground higher or lower.
Okay, cool.
So I can build up this so it's much higher ground so that I can fire everything. But as I'm doing that, I'm gonna go over here and work on taking this guy out. So I'm gonna build my network out here.
So having your advanced Earth, whatever you want to call it, constantly firing on that. I mean, he's obviously preventing a lot of that from being made.
Yeah.
Is that does that help? Does that?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably maybe not the most efficient. Like what you can do is I can click on him here and I can say, rather than attacking where I told him to attack,
right,
I can say just auto target, and then what he's going to do is just because he could hit anywhere on the entire map.
Oh.
So he's just going to look for wherever the creeper is deepest over the entire map and hit there in order to do as much damage as he can. And I'm actually going to tell my smaller one to do that too. So he's chosen to hit there instead of me. So these guys should just kind of keep things under control.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to make a very tall tower right there with this little dude. Use this laser to build up the ground. Should turn that off before you start your thing so that you don't just randomly go black, because y'all should be playing on that screen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh hell.
Missing one little spot there. There we go. Okay. So now he's on top of like a big tower now.
Okay.
So now he can attack everything. Alright, so I can build a relay. These are special connections that can go longer than a regular connection, so I can bridge over this gap here. And then we can come in with these dudes and solve this once and for all. Oh, what did I do? Damn it. So there's no, like, there's creeper all through here, but there's no actual emitter over here.
Oh, okay.
So this is just sort of residual creeper.
You're just kind of
clearing that up. This is the only one that's actually creating creeper at the moment. So once I get him out of the way, and so yeah, this is Creeper World 3. From what I understand, it's basically just one guy who's been making this.
Okay.
And he has people doing music and graphics and stuff for him, but the actual programming is all basically one guy. Cool. And it's very cool. It started off as, the first one was actually like a Flash game.
Wow.
And then this one is a little, gotten more advanced as time has gone on, and added more features and stuff. And it's for some reason it just kind of tickles my particular fancy in terms of it just hits that right in that sort of sweet spot of between sort of the. I like tower defense games and I like RTS games, but only certain types. And I really like the sort of.
You don't have to fight discrete units, so it's just like...
Yeah, you can really concentrate on something, and you sort of feel like you're making progress.
I can buy that.
Alright, so here we go. We're almost, once this emitter charges up, we'll have won this level. And then we can go, then we'll be going offline for a couple minutes while we switch over to Bija's backlog. Are you done Prince of Persia?
No.
You're not done Prince of Persia.
We started late enough.
Oh, right, because we started late.
Yeah. That it kind of, I don't know, I have a feeling I'm still gonna go long to this. Look at that!
There we go. I guess that wasn't, I was gonna say, I was trying to do that level fast, but I guess it wasn't that fast. Anyway, I will claim victory. And nobody else has a score on this level. That's weird, considering I just randomly generated it. All right, so thanks everybody for watching my stream of GPLP Sans G. Check out my suite.
Oh, nice.
That was my my impromptu screen there. But anyway, all right, so we are going to go offline for just a little bit. Don't panic. But we will be coming back, and you can watch some Bij. All right.